Hello, my name is Clayton Bridges, and today I'm going to be talking about how to switch your covenant. Did you know you could do that? You can most certainly change your covenant, but it comes at a cost. I'm going to be exploring what that cost is. So, a quick backstory. This is my rogue. Very sick Mog. I am Venthyr themed. I think it is aesthetically really cool. I am on an RP server, so I am a little RP. So I am fully quested through Venthyr, so I have the mount, which I find very cool and whatnot. I have, some of the cosmetic pieces, obviously. I, of course, have the tombstone on my back and a lot of the cool stuff. I have this full set, which in my opinion is very good looking rogue gear, and I'm expecting to lose that. So, why on earth would you want to change your covenant? Well, for me, the answer is meta chasing. Venthyr is really not a good pick for rogues, and yeah, it's just less than ideal. Door of Shadows is kind of cool to have, and then Flagellation sort of just sucks. For Outlaw, it's pretty good, but Kyrian is far better, and that is what I'm going to pick. So, to be perfectly honest with my rogues, since rogues are really good and I very much enjoy playing it right now, I do want to climb to higher ratings, and at this point, I feel like my covenant is holding me back. It's a tough decision, but I have to say goodbye to the Venthyr. So this is where you want to go, and this is how we make the choice. Go and talk to the leaders from each covenant. So, since I already know who it's gonna be, get it, who it's gonna be, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And it's gonna ask me if I'm sure. So I can't ride the mount, so it's taken that away from me, but it looks like I still have the tombstone. If that's the case, that would be epic, dude. It's giving me report to pole march at Dresdy's Elysian Hold. Okay, so one important thing that I have noticed, reservoir anima gone. I have 0. And keep in mind the upgrades that you have invested in your covenant as far as just sanctum upgrades, that is gone. It's really important to keep in mind that all of your soul binds and your entire tree, I mean, obviously you're going to lose it and it's going to reset, but you're going to have to re-earn these conduit slots, and that is a pretty serious setback. Conduits are something that are very important, so you're really going to want to push forward and catch up as quickly as possible. And once again, don't forget your sanctum upgrades are going to go away. That is probably one of the biggest blows. Your reservoir anima is going to go away. And lest we forget, the anima conductor is another thing that you have to unlock, so you will lose all of your region-wide benefits from that as well. So these are just things to keep in mind that you are going to have to kiss goodbye. Another important thing I didn't even consider is the Grateful Offering. So I still have 32. Those are collected from the anima conductor, and they are gated, so you can only get like a couple a day, and they take a long time to farm, and you need like 75 for a mount. I'm only at 32, so those stay. Well, now that we are completely different, I think it is necessary to completely change our transmog to something much more Kyrian looking. Alright, so everyone knows Pico is best in slot. That's just a fact of life. Okay, so this is this part of the quest. Glory to Bastion. Nice. This is epic. This is really cool. Okay, so I just skipped like an intro saying I know my way around the sanctum, and I definitely don't. Whoa. Let us soulbind. Oh. First soulbind. Yeah, we gotta do this like immediately. Set up conduits. Alright, so it looks like I do have all of my conduits that I've earned. So you keep your conduits, but they reset, obviously, because you have an entirely different soulbind. I just read that apparently, oh yeah, there it is, it's not listed. So apparently I do keep the items and the transmogs, but I simply cannot transmog to them. So while I do still have them, I cannot actually see them in the transmog menu. Another thing to keep in mind is I can transfer back to my old covenant and regain all the progress. However, I have to go through a little proving your worth trial where you have to prove to the covenant that you are worthy of returning. Even though I have not specifically seen this, this is what the Blizzard website says about regaining your renown. All covenant specific benefits of the current covenant will be lost when joining a different covenant. Renown does not transfer to your new covenant, and you must start anew. You can catch up on renown by completing endgame activities such as raids, PvP, covenant callings, and dungeons. If you return to the previous covenant, you will continue where you were left off. So ladies and gentlemen, catching up on renown is the big challenge. It can be really daunting, especially if you're fully quested through your current covenant. So it is relatively punitive to switch, but if you're like me and you really think that it would be super beneficial to your gameplay to switch covenants, then so be it. One more thing to keep in mind is the mission table. The mission table will also reset. So, in closing, I think it's just safe to keep in mind that chances are anything related to your covenant, you're going to lose. And there are catch-up mechanics so that you can catch up quickly. So, on one hand, you're losing a lot, but you're replacing it with your new covenant stuff, and on the other hand, it is possible to catch up quickly, so you shouldn't be too behind. Additionally, there are certain quests that if you do midweek or you have them turned in, that you will keep and you can turn in with a new covenant that give anima rewards. So for example, there is one that gives you like, I think it's 1250 anima, it's a lot, for completing the raid. So I had this quest done, and I waited until I switched and then turned it in, and then boom, right off the bat, 1250 anima. So you can get a little clever with some things like that and save up some of your anima so that you can turn it in for your new sanctum and be a little smart about it and have a little leg up. But as far as Kyrian goes for my rogue, I'm liking it a lot. I've sort of redefined my RP, and frankly, it's a little more fitting. Von Clayton has always been a hero of Stormwind and a just dude. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this or found this useful, please leave a like, a comment if you have something to say or any questions, and smash sub if you want to see more. I will be making tons of more content. Thank you so much, gamers. I'll see you later.